Sorry, my bad. You know what happens? I'll tell you what happens. I have a external speakers, and when I have the external speakers plugged in, it mutes it. So thank you for letting me know that. I've unplugged the external speakers. I just had a really good steak dinner. I also got in the mail today a nice retirement gift from where I work. So where I worked was CRD, Capital Regional District. And yeah, long time no see. So they sent me a nice card wishing you all the best in your retirement. CRD, Human Resources. Joe, they sent me this nice card and they sent me a nice silver bracelet. And I gave the bracelet to Wendy. It's actually handmade by natives, a native fella here on our coast, and he's signed it inside. So really nice sterling silver bracelet. If Wendy comes up here after, I will show you the bracelet. It's got native ravens on it, and it definitely won't fit my wrist. I got a huge wrist. So there's my bracelet. Hers is a lot smaller. So I says, Wendy, you better have that. And it's her birthday. It's her birthday coming up. And it's our anniversary tomorrow. So I said, there's your anniversary present. My Atraki seedlings doing okay so far. Oh, cool. But some died. Well, that's not good. I tell you what, we got Atraki seedlings all over the freaking garden and property, and they're growing like weeds, and they're still growing. David's in there. Gotta like David. David's in there from down under. David from down under. Hey, Dave, you guys aren't in lockdowns, are you? I keep hearing all of Australia's in lockdowns, and I don't think that's true. I think maybe some of Australia's in lockdowns because Australia is a big country. And so I'm thinking only some provinces, or I guess you call them provinces or territories or whatever, like New South Wales, Queensland, are in lockdown. But other places aren't. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's snow in Quebec. Yes, there is. I know that because I've been talking to Ontario and Montreal on my radio. Our place is awesome. It's a freaking jungle out here. You can see the latest videos I've uploaded. It is a jungle out here. It is 12 degrees Celsius currently, right now, 12 degrees Celsius. We just had a barbecue. Wendy and I just got in from barbecuing outside. And it's going to be a wet winter here. It's a La Nina, and when it's a La Nina, it's going to be a wet winter on the Gulf Islands. Maybe we won't see any snow here. And everything's looking good. Everything's still growing. The Butylon tree's got tons of flowers on it out there, and lots of stuff coming into bloom. Brug, yeah, we have Brug here. We have Brugmansia still outside. Still fine. No more flowers on it, but it's still outside. So, yeah, everything's doing very, very well here in this part of Canada. We haven't had any frost yet. There's been no snow here. So, yeah, the only place in lockdown is jail. So, is there actually lockdowns there, David? Because we keep hearing it from people that Australia's in a lockdown. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, well, you know what? Benjamin, spring is not that far away. It will be here before you know it. I'm eating gummies. They're really good. Wash back my steak. So, you guys know the competition I'm having right now, right? So, keep an eye, Space Banjo. When I hit 31,000 subscribers on this channel, the first video I upload of that day when I hit 31,000K, the first person to comment on that video will get some palm seedlings from me, okay? So, hopefully you get a nice warm year there, nice mild winter, and a good spring and summer. Opening up on the 15th. Oh, December 22nd. Okay, so it's opening up. That's a good thing. So there's not the lockdowns that they're saying that when I try not to listen to the news. It's stuff I hear on the internet. It's stuff that people post on Facebook and this and that. And they say Australia's in a lockdown. You can only go so many kilometers from your place. If you go farther than that, you're going to get arrested. Cops are taking down people. People are getting beat up by cops and this and that. I don't know. Is that all BS? Or is it just media crap, bull crap on the media? Because there's a lot of crap on the media. And I don't believe everything. Anyway, Space Banjo, remember that. When this channel hits 31,000 subs, the first video I upload of that day when I hit 31,000 subs, if you're the first to comment, you will win some palm seedlings. Okay, I will send you some palm seedlings. So remember that. And a lot of people are going to be looking at the subscriber rate on this thing because it's getting close to 31,000. So there are no lockdowns here, David. Everything's go as usual. Pretty normal here. Somewhat. We really haven't had any lockdowns. Not here in Salt Spring. I probably wouldn't obey them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't usually comply. If everybody does one thing, I usually do the other thing. I'm more like how do you say, a rebel? You know what I mean? I'm a free thinker, so I just do my own thing. So anyway, yeah, remember that, guys, when you're in there, 31,000K, and I think I'm getting pretty close to 31,000K. Most of the time, it's too. Yeah, exactly. All right, that's what I say too, David. It sounds like a bunch of crap to me too. All right, David, take care. Have fun down there, down under in beautiful Australia. Gotta love the Aussies, man. Gotta love the Aussies. I got a good book. You know what? I got a really good book. Somebody brought me back from Australia here. A friend of mine goes to Australia because she's got relatives here. She brought me this back probably about 15 years ago or so, maybe more. And this is a book on eucalyptus trees. And she picked it up in Australia. And she also brought me back some eucalyptus honey about the videos when I was watching them. So there's no more dislikes. You can't dislike a video. I don't know if I've actually disliked a video ever. I don't know if I've ever disliked a video. Maybe one in my life. Most of the time I give them a thumbs up. And those are really good. They are gummies. Man, they're good. So that's what I thought. Something has changed about YouTube, and I was trying to figure it out. So no more dislikes. Well, how about that? So nobody can dislike my videos anymore. Right on. Awesome. Maybe that's a good thing. Well, the only reason you'll know is if you watch it, right? So if you watch it, so people's feelings were probably getting hurt. That's why they stopped the dislike thing. There's too many soft people in this day and age. Too many people get offended by things, and that's the problem. I don't get offended by anything. There's nothing that offends me. I really don't give a rat's you know what. So anyway, that's what probably happened. Maybe people were complaining, and it upset them when they got dislikes on their videos. So then they took off the dislike feature, right? And I did notice something completely different about YouTube when I was watching. There's a thumbs up thing, but there's no dislike. There's no thumbs down, right? Not interesting. So there's got to be a reason for it anyway. Anyway, I don't think you can dislike or like this video because it's a live stream. Maybe after it's uploaded, you can like it or dislike it. So anyway, I talked to Michigan yesterday on my radio, my CB/ham radio, and snowing in Michigan too. And you can see the videos I upload on Jungle Joe C. You can see them on my other YouTube channel. And yeah, he said there was snow on the ground in southern Michigan. And I have talked to Montreal. I've talked to Ontario the last few days, and I do know what the weather's like. I do keep up in the weather when I talk on my radios, right? So I always like to ask for a weather report most of the time. And yeah, it's kind of fun to find out what's going on in other parts of the world. So shortly, I'm going to be going to Vancouver. I don't know exactly what day, but anyway, you will be seeing YouTube videos of some nice palm trees in Vancouver. Now, I'm going to go to a garden where there's a nice sable palmetto growing, Brahia edulis. Maybe he's got it protected. There's 3 Brahia edulis, Trachycarpus latisectus, date palm. Hopefully the guy's home and I can see his garden. If he's home, I will shoot, a video of his garden. He's got beautiful Brahia edulis. He's got a big sago palm in front of his place. Been out there for 20 years. Trachycarpus wagnerianus, taller than the house. Big butia. Musella laciocarpa, the Chinese yellow banana, and just a whole bunch of stuff. But he's in the middle of his front yard. He's got a beautiful sable palmetto. So we'll have to shoot a video of the sable palmetto. And I do have videos of it here that I shot a couple of years ago at a Palm Society barbecue. I walked over to his place from where the barbecue was and shot videos of his. Actually, I didn't walk over there. Did I walk over there? I did walk over there because it was close. And shot a video of a sable palmetto. So there you go. Anyway, if anybody else is in there, pop in and say hi. I'll try not to keep this YouTube live stream too long. Don't want to bore you guys to death. Sometimes we get a ton of people in there. Other times it's just like people are watching and they're just afraid to come in and talk. They don't want to talk. So come in and leave your comment. That's what you got to do. Do not be afraid. Anyway, it's dark here right now. Current time is 5 p.m. Pacific time. And it is so dark out there, but it's so mild. It's so balmy and palmy here. James, how's it going? James in Wales. Beautiful Wales. I was watching actually Border Patrol at the airport, and one of them was actually from Wales. They were landing at Gatwick Airport, and it was showing where. You know what it was? It was checking for legal immigrants. It was a show out of the UK. Might have been called Border Patrol or whatever, or customs officers or customs agent, and they busted this Chinese takeout restaurant, and everybody in there was like illegal aliens. So they came in and nailed them, and it was actually in Wales. Wales looks beautiful. And you know what I saw? I saw huge cordy lines in the video, and that's what I'm looking for. When I watch something in Wales or UK, I'm always looking at the vegetation. And I said to Wendy, look at those beautiful cordy lines, because I know there's some big cordy lines in Wales. Wales, for those people that don't know it, Wales is very mild in the winter. It's a very mild winter climate because they are regulated by the Gulf Stream current, just like the rest of it. Scotland, Ireland, and the UK, that's close to the Gulf Stream current, right? So, and I remember years ago in one of our Hardy Palm International, there's a really good article on Wales, palm trees in Wales. There are some beautiful palms in the small country of Wales, which is absolutely astounding. I'd love to go there. It's astounding to see this place. It's mountainous, it's green, it's so lush, and a very palmy place like Ireland. And I'm sure, James, you have seen some palm trees around Wales, right? I'm sure you have. Anyway, Wendy and I went on a hike today. And man, some of the creeks, some of the trails were actually flowing creeks. I shot a video of it, and there was another one. She shot a video of me walking across the trail, and somebody had actually put cedar round not stepping stones, but cedar rounds to step on as if they were stepping stones to get through this trail. There was so much water in the trail. It was like a freaking little river. So a couple of those little pieces of wood were floating. So when I stepped on them, my foot went into the water, but I didn't get a soaker. So beautiful day for a hike. It was up to around 13 degrees Celsius today. Right now it's 12, and just a really nice night here on Salt Spring Island. I actually haven't seen the entire forecast, and I should actually check it out. I'm going to check it out. I have to check this out. What is our forecast? Definitely looks like she's getting a little cooler at night on Friday night. Mix of sun and cloud. Wow. Interesting. Higher elevation could see some snow on Friday night, and Saturday night I see mix of rain and snow for higher elevations. So thank God I'm not at a higher elevation. Wow. Crazy. Just goes to show you. We live in the great white north. Yeah, Joe, lots of palms. Do you have lots of palms? That's awesome. James, you're an awesome guy. You know, James, you should be trying Parajubea Torellii and or Cocoides, or you should be trying Ceroxylon. Another one is Wanea australis. That'd be a good one. Butea grows well in Wales because I've seen Butea growing there. Trachycarpus is not a challenge. Trachycarpus wagnerianus is not a challenge. Camarops humilis grow very well in Wales, very easily. Cordyline australis, we know, grow easy in Wales. Chamaedoria microspadex and Chamaedoria radicalis will grow good in Wales. Tree ferns, I think you could probably get by with Cyathea australis. Maybe Cyathea cooperi. Dicksonia antarctica, fully hardy there. I'm trying to think what other palms would grow besides there's the tree ferns. Sables, you probably don't have the heat, but you could try. I mean, they'll grow there. You could try Washingtonia Robusta. Washingtonia Robusta would certainly grow well in Wales because Washingtonia Robusta grows well in London, England. And Washingtonia Robusta doesn't need a ton of heat to actually put on growth. Believe it or not, they'll grow faster with heat, but they can actually handle cooler growing conditions as long as it's not frigid. So try Washingtonia Robusta in your garden. And I think it would work well, James, for sure. And what else? I'm just trying to think what else we grow here. Needle palm, going to grow slow, just like here. Hybrid mule palms, Butia cross Sigris, Jubea chilensis will grow good there. Brahia edulis would grow in Wales. So you got a good choice of palms. Yeah, you'd be a really good climate where you are for sure. Maritime. That's like us. We are maritime here. I'm 900 feet from the ocean. So, and we do have the Pacific Ocean right around us. So where you are, you're in a very good growing area. It's like zone 9B. I'm guessing zone 9A or 9B. High into 9A or into 9B. Definitely where Wales is. And the latitude, I don't know what your latitude is. I'm guessing it's probably 50 degrees north latitude, something like that, maybe. And we're 48 here, so you're a little bit higher, but you're definitely mild. So you could try all sorts of things in the beautiful countryside of Wales, right? Maybe some nice timber bamboo too. You know what you should try is a butylon. A butylon's a really nice one too. Is the flowering maple. Flowering maple is absolutely an awesome tree. It's evergreen. We have a big one in our garden, and we have another one out front. It worked well there. Yeah, not a lot. You're 51. Yeah, we can get fog here once in a while, but it's never that bad. So it's only usually in the winter months if we're going to get some fog, but not a lot of it. There was some a few days ago. We had a little bit of fog, but it lifted up right away. I shot a video, and then probably about an hour after I shot that video, it just burnt off. So, but there was foghorns. You can hear the foghorns going, especially out on the ocean there with the big freighters going by. You can definitely hear the foghorns. Sounds like they're right in our bedroom. So I like it. It's really nice to get some of that fog because it's humidity, good for the fuchsias, good for the moisture-loving plants that we do grow in our garden that are happier at this time of the year. Not so happy in the spring and summer. Well, spring, okay. Late spring and into summer, not good. Yeah, we get fog in the valley. Oh, you get in the valley. Yeah, we do too. So we do have valleys here. We're not in a valley where we are. We're at about 160 feet above sea level. But definitely there is a fog in valleys here. When there's a little bit of fog here and there, there's going to be more fog down in the valley. And we have several deep valleys here surrounded by big mountains. So those are the guys that get the fog. Unfortunately, it's colder in the valley, so you're not going to see a lot of palm trees in the valley. Even though I know of palm trees in the valley, they're not in abundance. That's the thing. Usually you get by the water, there's going to be a lot more palm trees in the milder growing area. Same with the big cordyline. Big cordyline, are in the milder areas near the seashore, as you can see in my videos, right? So anyway, yeah, I'd love to see Wales one day. Wales looks like a pretty amazing place to visit and to live too. Yep. I mean, I don't know. My daughter is. So is Wales considered part of England? It is UK, but it's a country of its own, right? Is it actually a country all of its own? And do you have your own currency, or do you use the British currency? Do you use the British pound? I'm just curious, because I think Scotland, I don't know if Scotland has their own currency, or do they use the British pound, or do they have their own pound? I'd like to know that. I'm very curious. Wales must have their own currency, I'm guessing. I am guessing. So anyway, I'll cut it short. I'm not going to go too long here tonight. We'll go to maybe just over 20 minutes, and then we'll pack her in, and I'm going to go eat my dessert because Wendy made an awesome barbecued steak dinner. I did the potatoes on the cast iron pan. British pound in Wales. Okay. And I guess Scotland has British pound too, right? I'm guessing. You can clarify me on that and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's a Scottish pound. Don't think so. We have the Canadian dollar, and we have the Salt Spring dollar. We have a Salt Spring currency. Believe it or not, we have our own currency on Salt Spring Island. Kind of like when you go to Guernsey or Jersey or whatever, those little independent islands off of the UK, which is kind of UK, but I think they might have their own Jersey pound or Guernsey pound. So we have our own Salt Spring Island dollars, and they are at par with the Canadian denomination from $1 to $100 banknotes here on Salt Spring Island. It's quite nice currency too. They've been around for 21 years, something like that, for a bit. And I got a bunch of it here. It's quite nice stuff. It has each bill, like the $1 bill has the first one of the first settlers on it, the first guy to get an automobile here. The $2 banknote has a Hawaiian on it. $5 banknote has one of the original black settlers here. Oh, Scottish pictures on it. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, that's good to know. I might even have some because I do collect foreign currency, and I probably do have some. I got British ones for sure. I might have Scottish pounds. I bet I do. Anyway, how's the weather there right now? Is it pretty nice in Wales? Like I say, it's 12 degrees Celsius here on Salt Spring Island. So not too bad. It's a nice temperature. It is definitely going to cool down. I see our temperature cooling down on Thursday night, cool. Friday night, cool. Yeah, definitely cool. And then Saturday, wow, definitely cooling down. Interesting. So higher elevations, we might see some snow on our local hills here. Maybe even imagine if we saw some snow in our garden. Wouldn't that be something? Well, that'd make for some good video footage, that's for sure. If we get snow here, I will go out there and shoot a video for you guys of our palm trees covered in snow. 10 C at night. Yeah, our nighttime temperatures are around 9, 10 C as well. So it's been daytime temperatures aren't much different from the nighttime temperatures here at the moment. It looks like it is going to change starting Friday night. I see highs of 7 and lows down to 1 and 2. Okay. Well, it's not terribly cold, 1 and 2 degrees at night. So it's going to be colder at night and high temperatures around 7, 8 degrees, something like that. So not the end of the world, right? Still not enough to kill anything we grow here in our garden. It's the worst when you have a killing freeze and it damages or kills some of your favorite plants. Old man winter can be very cruel to palm tree and exotic gardeners. And I know that from experience because I have lost plants in the past from old man winter, and it is not fun. It is not fun at all. When old man winter comes through here and drops a -5 or a -7 and fries some of your favorite, most tender eucalyptus trees, that kind of sucks. We're glad that Trachycarpus palms can actually stand up to the cold. Any of the cold that old man winter dishes out here, our Trachycarpus palms are perfectly happy. Keep it, yeah, try to keep it. Well, here's our forecast is copy. There's our forecast right here, but give or take, depends where you live on the islands. This weather station's on Saturna Island. We're on the northern end of Salt Spring. It's pretty similar to Saturna Island where we are. I'm guessing we're not going to see anything below freezing. I doubt that we'll see any snow, but I'm sure higher elevations will see snow. We're pretty close to the ocean here, like I say. So usually near the ocean, you're going to get rain. But if it does drop down, yeah, that rain can turn to snow. We are still subject to snow here occasionally. It can happen. So we'll just keep our eye on things and see how she goes. And I do have orchids sitting outside still, cymbidiums, and a few potted plants that I'm probably going to have to bring in just to be safe. I'll probably put these cymbidiums maybe into the basement. I got all the potted plants sitting out there still, so I better start think about moving them into the tiki hut just to keep them happy, just in case it gets fugly out there, because we don't want to lose anything if it got too cold, right? Plants and pots are less cold hardy. That's the thing. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna roll on out of here because I better eat my dessert. I'll go down and see what Wendy's up to. I might be able to do a live stream tomorrow, and when I go to Vancouver eventually, whenever that is, I'll maybe do a live stream over there too, which would be kind of cool. All right, I'm going to be staying in a hotel for a couple of days, and tree fern looks awesome. Tree fern looks good, but it did get burnt up a little bit from that 42.9 degrees Celsius heat wave we had in June. But the tree fern's good. We have we have quite a few tree ferns. We have 2 Cyathea cooperi out there. We have the big Dicksonia antarctica, and then we have some smaller Dicksonia. The other Dicksonia, the smaller ones, dried up, fried in the heat and died, unfortunately. That was kind of sad. So I do see some smaller ones out there, maybe a few of them that have actually recovered. Thank God. So they're doing okay. Big one's been there it'll be 28 years in April. That's when I planted it, April 1994. So it's been there a long time. Anyway, guys, I'm going to roll out of here and say cheers and aloha to everybody out there in YouTube land. Thank you for watching the channel. For those of you that subscribe, thanks for watching or subscribing. And remember, when I do hit 31,000 subscribers, the first one to comment on the first video of the day I upload on that day will win themselves some palm seedlings. So remember that, folks. You will get free palm seedlings if you are the first one to comment on the first video I upload of that day when I hit 31K. Okay, so watch my channel. It could be any day now, could be 3 weeks from now, could be a week from now. When I hit 31K, make sure you watch the first video I upload and comment on it. And I'll get your name and address off here, and I'll send you some seedlings. Okay, see you, James. See you, Space Banjo. See you, David. There's only a few people in here today. It's kind of quiet. So take care, all of you. And I will, I'll do another live stream soon enough. And hopefully you guys can join in the fun. Leave your comments. We can talk about travel, palms, exotic gardening, weather, climate, whatever. We talk about everything, providing it's allowed on YouTube, right? All right. Cheers to you all. And it's been a pleasure. Always a pleasure to chat with my friends worldwide on the live stream. And I know it's much later where you are, James. You guys are about 8 hours ahead of us or something. So 8 or 9 hours ahead. So take care in Wales, buddy. And we'll see you next time. Cheers and aloha. We'll click this off and go eat my dessert.